Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. It's nice to see you all again. Today we're doing another top 10 list. We haven't done one in a while, and since I've been playing a lot of Valorant, I thought we would do a Valorant top 10. Also, if you're new here, because this might attract people that I have not had on my channel before, welcome. Hopefully you stick around. We do Valorant content, we do Fortnite content, we do all kinds of stuff, and it's super fun. So stick around for some good stuff. I do plan on doing a whole series of top 10 lists for Valorant weapons. I just thought I'd start with the Vandal, because in my opinion, it's the coolest of them all. So starting off with a bang. Before we do start though, there are a couple honorable mentions that I wanted to get out there, and those would be Araxis, Imperium, and Magepunk. All very, very good skins, just not quite good enough to make it onto the list. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, coming in at number 10, we have Glitch Pop. I really like the look of this gun, and that's what kind of lands it on the list. However, the pullout of the gun is pretty mid. I mean, it's not much. It's just kind of a little simple light show kind of thing. Same with the finisher. It's okay. It's definitely not the best finisher that the guns in Valorant have had. And the reload is, again, just kind of a little pop of light kind of action, so really not much going on there. And the inspect is just the standard inspect, so for those reasons it's not going to get very high on this list, but I do like the look of it, so I did put it at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is Oni. I was honestly expecting this to be higher on my list, but when I looked back at it, again, it's a gun that I really like the style of. It's super cool, like looking in the Japanese style, and I love that about it. But when it comes down to it, the pullout, again, there's not very much going on with the pullout of it. The inspect, again, is just a basic inspect. The reload doesn't have much going on for it either. And the finisher is the only thing that kind of carries it past Glitch Pop here. The finisher, I would say, is pretty good. It's got a little music playing that I really like, and it's overall pretty clean. So that's the reason it boosts to number 9. But I honestly thought it would be higher on my list, but we'll see. We'll look at the ones that did make it higher, and you'll kind of see why. Alright, coming in at number 8, this might make some of you a little upset, but it is the Reaver. Again, this gun is pretty classic. If you've been a Valorant player for a long time, it's probably one of your favorites, and it is very clean. But again, the inspect is just the random, like the normal inspect, so you can't put it up too high. It doesn't have anything special with the inspect, but the reason it is at number 8, which is higher than the other ones, is the pullout, or sorry, not the pullout. The pullout is garbage as well, which is kind of why it's at 8. The reload is what I meant. The reload is really unique to this gun, how you kind of like use the spirit force energy to pull it out and put it back in. You're not actually grabbing the magazine or the whatever you call it. So I think that's really cool about it, and it does have a nice finisher too. It's pretty clean, can't really complain much about it, so that's why it lands at number 8 for me. Coming in at number 7 is Overdrive. We're starting to cook a little bit harder here. I really like the display on the screen, how it goes up when you're shooting or when you're killing people. I think that's really cool. The pullout is still pretty mid, same with the inspect, but they are good enough to put it past the other ones, even though the finisher of this one I don't like as much. So because it has a better reload in my opinion, better pullout animation, and a better inspect animation, that's what kind of carries it higher than the rest here. Although I know a lot of you will probably disagree with me because it's not anything super special, but I also think the alternate colors for this one are really good too. So that's why I put it at number 7. Alright, coming in at number 6 is Sentinels of Light. This was actually tied with Overdrive, but I tend to like the style of the Sentinels a little bit better. It's just cleaner in my opinion. But yeah, it's got a pretty cool pullout. I like how the front of the gun kind of like spins around when you pull it out. The inspect is nothing. It doesn't really do anything. I think it's just the default inspect. Again, the reload's cool, how it spins around, and the finisher is honestly one of the best in the game, just for troll potential. If you guys know what I mean, you know what I mean. But Sentinels of Light is a really clean gun, and I think this list would be not as good if it was not on it. And above Overdrive, just based on style alone, I think it's a better looking gun. Alright, this is where the hate starts pouring in. I can feel it in my bones. But yeah, I put EXO at 5. It's a clean gun, clean bundle. I like the look of it a lot. The finisher is really cool, changes the entire environment to have this like highlight depending on which colorway you're using of the gun. It has a good pullout, I think. Same with the inspect. I think it's cool that the colors and the tech kind of envelop the gun. I think it's really cool. The inspect and the pullout are good, and the reload is decent as well. But for me, really, it's the finisher that kind of carries it to the top, or to number 5 above all the rest. And I know a lot of you probably hate EXO because most of the community doesn't like it right now, but it's actually what I'm running as my main gun right now, just because I think it's really clean in my opinion. So that's why it lands at number 5 for me. Alright, coming in at number 4 is Prelude to Chaos. This gun's pretty sick. The finisher reminds me a lot of the Reaver finisher. It's very similar, but it does have a nice little pull-out flare. But what really carries it is the inspect and the reload. The inspect is super dope, and the reload is also super unique to this gun. I don't think any other gun uses the same reload, but you can let me know. But yeah, the inspect of the ball kind of coming out and spinning around, really, really cool. Same with the reload, kind of shoving it into the top of the gun there instead of putting it into the bottom as per usual. So for me, this gun is pretty far above the rest on this list, but we still got some really good ones coming up. Alright, we are now into the top 3, and if you did not see the Arcane Vandal being on this list, then you were just lying to yourself. Yeah, this gun's freaking amazing. I'm not gonna lie, there's a huge amount of bias here, because I love Arcane as a show. So it's probably getting carried a little higher just based on my personal bias, and obviously this is a personal list, so you're gonna have personal biases on here. But I really like the pullout animation. It's simple yet clean. Same with the inspect, simple and clean. Reload as well. They're not doing too much, right? They're just kind of lighting up the gun and making cool sound effects, and I think that's fine in this case. And the finisher is also really cool. It's a cool reference to the show. And yeah, the inspect I didn't talk about much, but the inspect is really cool too. Just with the text coming across the screen and you playing with the gun, I think it's really unique. And you can disagree with me if you want. That's completely fine. But Arcane Vandal for me is definitely top 3. But there are more bangers coming up, so let's take a look. Coming in at number 2, very well deserved, is going to be the Avori Dreamwings Vandal. This thing's awesome. I mean, you can't really complain about it. It has an amazing finisher. It changes the environment, puts little constellations in the sky, plus the music it plays. It's all very, very cool. The inspect, the little cat comes out, says hi to you. Same with the reload. The cat jumps out of the gun, reloads the gun for you. It's amazing when you're firing the gun as well. You'll see the cat getting angry, which is super cute. But yeah, the reload, 9 out of 10, if we're ranking them, sorry. And the inspect is amazing, and the pullout is amazing. It kind of like phases in out of nowhere, which is super, super cool. This gun is just like, it's just so fun. It's so fun. And I think it absolutely belongs at number 2. I didn't even know this either, but when you go next to another player who has the same gun, the little cat on it smiles, which you'll see at the end of the clip here. I'm kind of just delaying this clip so that you can see that. But yeah, easy number 2 for me. I think this gun is amazing. Lots of detail, and yeah, just really good. All right, coming in at number 1, who would have thought? Obviously, it's Kurami. This is the best gun that they've ever released, the best skin for the Vandal they've ever released. The finisher is amazing. It makes it rain, it makes it cloudy. You can also shoot the water bubble. It's an interactive finisher. It plays music. It's awesome. The inspect, when you look at the gun, plays music. The reload is probably the most unique reload we have in the entire game. And the pullout is also amazing. But yeah, I love when you inspect it, how it plays music and kind of does a little animation. Like I said, the reload is the most unique reload I think we have in the game, and the pullout, it just comes out of thin air again, just like Dreamwings or Avori, and it's just so good, man. Anytime I think like, what is the best Vandal in this game? If anyone asked me, just off the cuff, what is the best Vandal in Valorant? It is Kurami. It just is. It's an amazing gun. They put a lot of effort into it, and I wish we had more skins that had this much effort put into them, but hopefully in the future we'll get some. But with that being said, that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you do want me to keep making top 10 lists, lists on Valorant. Just let me know if you want the Sheriff or the Classic or the Operator. Let me know what gun I should do next. And with that being said, if you were new here and you did enjoy the video, I would appreciate it a lot if you subscribed or liked the video or leave a comment or anything. It just really helps push my video into the algorithm. And with that being said, I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.